with Murray taking the handoff, and he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So it's a 3 and out. It's Kyle Fuller. He and Howard pretty much splitting time. Trips to the right side. Little toss here. Goes to Taylor Gabriel, who can fly. And Gabriel's going to pick up a first down and plenty more before he is knocked down. Howard in the game. Tight formation here. Off the fake. Rolling is Trubisky. Looking deep downfield. Then checks it down. It's caught by Bellamy. And he's going to pick up the first down. Regard. Off he goes to Chicago as the head coach. And that is caught inside the 20-yard line by Taylor Gabriel. On this drive, 6 runs, 3 passes. Trubisky under pressure, and he's going to get sacked at the 22 by Eric Wilson. 33-yard attempt to try to give them the lead. There it is, right down the middle. Move Rudolph into the slot. Cousins looks the other way, fires too high, incomplete. Flag is thrown. Treadwell looking for the flag, and he gets one.
A release inside and then circle back out to the outside, and you'll see Fuller just hook that hip and keep him from getting out there. Good call.
In the slot to the right. The fake.
Double move.
Cousins going deep for the end zone. Too deep. Intended for Stephon Diggs, who had a step. Keep it on the ground. Hook again. Nice run. Bears a little confused on defense. Pointing, and the pass is caught by Rudolph.
Timed runs, short, quick throws.
9th play of this drive, and the ball is out. Cook lost it. Bears think they have it. Waiting for the signal. They do. You can see the officials say Chicago ball. Rolling left, Trubisky throws. Trey Burton, and he fights for the first down. Stays in the game here. Goes out into the pattern. Pass deep downfield into a lot of traffic, and that is Anthony Harris, who intercepts it. Intended for Taylor Gabriel. So Minnesota gets it back on the turnover, on the pick.
Take over the head coaching duty.
3rd and 9. Blitz coming. Cousins is hit as he throws. And then it's Mack again. To the outside and open and making the catch. And that's a first down. Gabriel. 1, Trubisky 2. Deep drop here. Slipping up in the pocket. He's going to go again. And slides to a stop at the 39-yard line. 2nd down and 4. From the 33-yard line. Again on the ground. That's a first down here. Cohen splits wide right. Trubisky rolling that way. Keeps his eyes downfield. Throws a little low, and it is Anthony Miller in the end zone for the touchdown.
There we go. Has become a force. We saw him in training camp. I think he scooped that off the ground there.
Trubisky rolling, firing, caught for 2. Josh Bellamy. And Thielen none. That's tipped, and that is almost picked off. And again, it's Khalil Mack. Nice block by Howard. 2nd and 5. Trubisky throws, and that's caught by Cohen. Spinorama. 3rd and 9 from the 24-yard line. Trubisky in the pocket. He's going to step away again, and this time get tackled. This to try to make it 14-0. From 41. Oh, close, but good. I mean, Cousins right now 5 for 10 for 21 yards. In a half of football, fires this one. That's caught. So Thielen. 4-man rush. Cousins under pressure, and that's caught. It's caught by Diggs, and he's got some blocking inside the 40, all the way down to the 31-yard line. Biggest play of the night.
Problem is you're looking at 2 deep safeties on almost every snap.
The case right here. Cousins under pressure, and that's going to be picked off at the 9-yard line. Amos. And back he goes to the 35-yard line. Overthrown. Big hole here for Cohen. Hurry Cohen! Close to a first down. Trubisky stepping away, keeps his eyes downfield, throws call. It's not caught. Cousins just 7 of 13 for 57 yards. The fake, then it's caught. Thielen.
He averages 33%. It doesn't impact him.
Rolling out, throwing on the run. That's caught. To the outside, caught, but stopped at the line of scrimmage. A flag is down. Risky surveys. Adams in the pocket, over the middle. That's caught. That's a first down.
Major part of their short yardage and goal line offense.
3rd and 1. Pulls it out. Here he goes. He's going to run. He's going to slide. Does he go that way again to the left side this time? Fires, and that's going to be picked off at the 36-yard line. That's Harris, his 2nd interception of the game. And a good run back here with blocking in front, and Harris takes it all the way down to the 31-yard line, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered for the Minnesota Vikings. Fake to him. Cousins stepping up in the pocket, fires into traffic, broken up.
Would not be surprised to see Cook motion back into this backfield. Here we go.
Which he does right now. Then goes out into the pattern, and that's caught, and slipping is Thielen, but he has enough for the first down. Under pressure again. Can he get away? No, he can't. Of course it's Mack. Flushed out. Chased all the way back to the 40 and then just fires it out of bounds. A 6-yard field goal attempt. Bailey tries to get Minnesota on the board, and he does.
Look at what Trubisky has done in the last 6 games, not so much tonight, but in the last 6 games, just the steady improvement that we've seen.
Going. Whoa. Escapes the first guy. The ball is out. The ball is loose, and the Vikings are there and have it. 3rd Bears turnover. Pass caught. Diggs stays in bounds. Look out. That is Akeem Hicks. Bailey trying to make it an 8-point game, and he does. These babies are good. Trubisky throws. That is caught. Cohen. Spinning around, and that forward progress should. Trubisky slides left, throws up at the 49-yard line. It's caught for Minnesota as opposed to 4.5 for Chicago. As the pass is at the 44-yard line, taken in there is Anthony Miller. From the 44. Trubisky rolling, throwing into a lot of traffic and incomplete.
There's no way they would have kept him out of the end zone if he makes that catch.
They'll be in first place. If the Bears win, they'll be a game and a half in front. This drive starts from deep in their own territory, and it's picked off at the 25-yard line. Eddie Jackson, and he'll go in for the touchdown. Ready to beat the band.
Out of his skin. He knew exactly what was happening. You got the little bit of a quarterback who's being forced to throw a little quicker because the clock. We're seeing some of the big guys come in here as eligible backs. There goes Hicks out in motion. Roy Robertson Harris in the game.
Right. They empty. He looks the other way and throws, and that'll be caught for 2 points by Shaheen, who just came off injured reserve.
They kept him. They signed him to contracts, and it's paying off.
2nd and 4. Diggs will pick up the first down.
Brad Beebe in the game now in the slot for the Vikings.
Cousins fires, and that's caught. Incomplete. 10 for Rudolph, but a flag is down.
Pass interference. Defense, number 58. Automatic first down.
Going without a huddle, under 5 minutes to go now. Cousins fires, caught it into the end zone for a touchdown. Aldrick Robinson. 2-point conversion. Cousins under pressure, throws, and Thielen can't one-handed, but a flag is down.
Hit wasn't early, so it had to be what happened afterwards.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense, number 96.
Normal tackle. I don't think this is a foul.
Minnesota, that is elected.
To make it a one-possession game, and they do. Thielen makes the catch, 22-14. It's an 8-point game. Trubisky hangs in there, fires, caught. Huge first down. Allen Robinson on the 44-yard line. Trubisky keeps it and takes a shot from Smith, and here come flags all over the place.
He's available to them to the left.
Pressure. Gets it away, and that's incomplete, and that's the best thing that could happen to Minnesota right now. Because and the kick looks good, is good. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Cousins to the outside. Pressure. Cousins gets out of it and then throws, and this juggling grab. 3rd down, 3. Cousins stepping up, throws, Diggs, and he will get them very much into field goal range. 4-man rush, pass caught at the 11-yard line. Wasting a lot of time here. Down to 52 seconds. Fires, and that will be caught by Diggs for the touchdown. So you've got 48 seconds. 2-point conversion to get him within a field goal. Knocked away.
Going to block for him and try and get him the ball.
Hopper, and that's going to be taken by the Bears after it traveled about 9 yards.